Hi, and welcome to another video blog. Like many of you, I often get cravings for something salty or crispy, and I have a very big sweet tooth. But it's important to know that you can satisfy your cravings with something that still has some nutritional benefit. Yeah, they're those 100-calorie snack packs, but often those things are very overpriced and they still are full of sugars and refined carbohydrates that won't keep you very satisfied for long. So today I'm going to show you how this 1 can of garbanzo beans, also called chickpeas, can transform into a crispy, crunchy snack, or can even be turned into a sweet dessert that you can have after dinner. So today I'm going to show you my recipes for roasted chickpeas and chocolate chip cookie dough. So this recipe for roasted chickpeas could not be any easier. All you need is 1 can of garbanzo beans and 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then seasonings that you typically like on chips, say salt, pepper, or something spicy, but you get to season to taste. When you roast chickpeas, they get nice and crunchy and make a delicious snack. So I drained and rinsed these garbanzo beans, and for this first step you need to blot them dry. And this is very important because if you don't dry them, then the olive oil won't stick and your seasonings won't stick. So all I do is put it in between 2 paper towels and kind of move it around. So once the garbanzo beans are all blotted dry, I'll just put them into a mixing bowl. Add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then I put some chili lime seasoning on this. This is where you can get creative and put what you like. I'll put some pepper, and because I like things spicy, I'll be very generous with the hot sauce. But other seasonings you can try are lemon pepper or garlic salt. Just remember, if you're not using a low sodium or reduced sodium canned garbanzo beans, you might want to limit how much extra salt you add so you're not going overboard. Then I'll just mix until they're all evenly coated. And you can take a sample just to see if you like the way it tastes. Because if you don't like the way it tastes when they're not roasted, you won't like them after they're roasted. So make sure you get the seasoning right. Spread them evenly on a baking sheet. And I'll put this in the oven for 30 to 40 minutes or until they're a nice crunchy texture. So these chickpeas were in the oven at 450 degrees for 30 minutes. At about the halfway mark, I just kind of toss them around to make sure they all get cooked evenly. And you can see that they get nice and crispy, and they actually get the texture of something like a corn nut. So if you liked corn nuts when you were a kid, these things are like it, but a lot healthier. And they're very delicious. So this can make, depending on how big you want your snack to be, this can make 3 half-cup servings at only 40 cents a serving. And here you're going to get plenty of protein and fiber. That's going to be a very filling snack that can also satisfy your salty, crunchy craving you may have. And if you look on the blog, you can see the breakdown of the nutrition information for roasted chickpeas. So I found this recipe for chocolate chip cookie dough online, and I just could not believe that chickpeas could taste like chocolate chip cookie dough. So I had to try the recipe for myself, and I was amazed at how much this tastes like chocolate chip cookie dough, but it's made from chickpeas. So today I'm going to show you this recipe that I found online, and I kind of tweaked it a little bit to fit my flavor preference, and I think you'll really enjoy this and be very surprised at this recipe as well. So what I have here is, again, 1½ cups, so that's 1 can of drained and rinsed chickpeas. Now this recipe, you'll need a food processor. I have tried it in the Magic Bullet, but you'll have to half the recipe so you have enough room for it all to blend very well. Because if it's not blended well, it's going to be very gritty and gross. So we have 1½ cups of chickpeas. This is 3 tablespoons of quick oats, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda, and a little over 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. And I'll just dump that in. Food processor as well. Then 1/4 of a cup of peanut butter, but you can use any nut butter, like if you like almond butter. That might taste good too. But who doesn't love peanut butter cookies too? So you get a little bit of the peanut butter flavor in this recipe as well. And then this is the magic ingredient that makes it taste like chocolate chip cookie dough, is actually just 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. So I recommend you get a nice good brand of vanilla extract because that's really going to add a lot of flavor to this recipe. Then for the liquid portion, it's just 1/4 of a cup of milk. You can use any milk like soy milk or almond milk. And then we'll just cap that on and blend until very, very smooth. So I let all the ingredients blend in the food processor until very, very smooth. Something like the texture of hummus if you've ever had that. Then I took it out and added about 1/3 of a cup of chocolate chips. And you can even try mini chocolate chips so that you can have more chocolate flavor dispersed through your cookie dough. And it makes about 1 cup of dip. And you'll end up with a serving size of about 2 tablespoons, and this tastes awesome with vanilla wafers. So a 2 tablespoon serving costs less than 30 cents a serving, and this is going to satisfy your sweet tooth and also have protein and fiber to help you stay full too. So I think this is a very awesome and creative recipe, and I bet a lot of people won't even notice that this was made with chickpeas. So I challenge you to try this out. So I hope I've convinced you that you don't have to resort to some vending machine snack to satisfy your cravings. I think it's pretty cool that a $1 can of beans can transform into a crispy, crunchy snack with whatever flavors you enjoy, or even a sweet chocolate chip cookie dough. So go ahead, pick this up, and I bet you have most of these ingredients at home, and give these a shot. Thanks for watching. These are really good.